R&D in construction. During this video, we'll be looking at the following in regard to R&D in the construction industry. Misconceptions surrounding R&D in construction. Companies that can claim versus those who cannot. Examples of work that may qualify for R&D. Examples of qualifying R&D costs. Our claim process. Construction companies tend to undervalue the R&D work that they are carrying out, and as a result are missing out on what they are entitled to get back from HMRC. Often on construction sites, there are unique conditions where only a bespoke solution will meet performance standards or legislative requirements. Here at Planet Tax, we've claimed back a significant amount for many construction companies across the UK, many of whom have been given previous incorrect advice regarding R&D tax and who would have missed out on a considerable cash injection to reinvest back into the business. The good thing is that many construction companies are now becoming privy to the many misconceptions regarding R&D in the construction industry. As per HMRC statistics released for 2016 to 2017, there was just under 2,000 claims made within the construction industry, whereas in 2021 to 2022, over 7,000 claims were made from construction companies, which accumulated close to £500 million being claimed back. So we can see from this that there has been a near 300% incline in the number of construction claims being made over the last several years. It is clear from these figures that your competitors are now taking advantage of R&D tax credits, so why aren't you? Let's look at an example. Company 1 has been asked to develop a site using standard processes and materials. Company 2 has been asked to develop a site but on contaminated land and have been asked to use sustainable and recycled materials. Company 1 will be using standard industry techniques and therefore will not qualify for R&D, whereas Company 2 are utilising more sustainable materials and building on land that has contamination issues. In this instance, Company 2 are aiming to achieve an advance to industry standard techniques by adapting or creating new ways that they need to carry out the development. This means Company 2 may need to conduct trialling and testing on the sustainable materials to ensure the structure is still robust and has longevity. They may also need to create or adapt existing building processes to achieve a solution to building on the contaminated land. So therefore, Company 2 may qualify for R&D. It is also important to remember that even if you have a failed project, these projects can still be claimed if you were trying to make an advancement within the field. Other examples of what may qualify for R&D in the construction industry are groundwork and structural issues. For example, a building potentially collapsing or water running under the property, causing issues to the foundations that need to be resolved. Providing access to utilities. For example, pipes that need to be connected from remote properties to access points for water, gas and electric. Creating processes to allow companies to complete jobs in a more efficient and cost-effective manner. This can be extremely important within the construction industry as many companies are working to tight deadlines, so finding a quicker method can be a game changer. Redeveloping construction techniques. This could be in order to save energy or to meet new government guidelines and requirements. Finding access solutions when projects are in remote locations and it's not possible for big equipment to be on site for several reasons. A company may then have to find solutions to overcome this problem. Drainage system issues. A company may have to redevelop a new system, which in turn can be quite costly. We'll now look at some of the typical costs that can be claimed within the construction industry. Staff salaries. This includes gross salary, employers' contribution to national insurance and employers' contribution to pension. Subcontractor costs. You can claim up to 65% of these costs back. Materials. You can claim for materials that have been transformed, destroyed, or consumed as part of the project. Software. For example, software that may have been applicable to design modular buildings. Training costs. For example, it may have been necessary for a colleague to attend a course to help achieve a solution to technical uncertainties faced on the projects. Pure mathematics costs. For example, new math models, study of math structures and symmetries that were necessary for the project may also qualify. Reimbursed travel. To claim back travel costs, these must be paid for by the employee and then reimbursed back by the company. Indirect qualifying activities. For example, activities relating to project planning, research, admin activities. Here at Planet Tax, we have a team of in-house specialists with advanced qualifications in STEM subjects working on your claim. We have a very stringent process that we follow when facilitating a claim to ensure that the claim is not only maximised, but to ensure that the claim is watertight for HMRC to process. The first step is the no obligation call. This is where you'll have a chat with our specialists regarding the work that you've undertaken, and we will advise if we feel that there's grounds for a qualifying claim. The second step is the technical and costing call. This is where our specialists conduct a call with your company to discuss the projects in more detail and what costs have been spent on the work undertaken. Once this call has been concluded, our specialist will compile all this information into a technical report. The third step is the costing information. Once we've collated the relevant information to substantiate the expenditure that we're claiming, our team will then prepare the costs into a cost summary. The fourth step is the submission. We will then prepare the necessary documents for HMRC to process. This includes submitting the additional information form, preparing the amended tax return and tax computation, along with your cost summary and technical report, and submitting this to HMRC. The final step is the claim processing. Once the claim has been submitted, HMRC should process your claim within 28 days and release any funds payable. So get in touch with our team today to see if your business qualifies for R&D tax credits. You can do this by calling us on 0161 768 7143 or emailing us at info@planettax.co.uk.